Alright. Here we are. We're actually going to be doing a podcast, so... War.
And what is it? And Kupo.
Actually, we do have a guest. It's Roberta, aka Epic Birdness from Xbox Live. Today we're just going to be talking about kind of retro gaming, you know, the games that got us into being gamers. Mine's going to go back further than theirs because I'm old. So.
He is old. And they're getting carded like 2 times over. It's great.
So, I'm the creepy. Hello, boys and girls!
There's some Joker in there.
There's a lot of Joker in there. Could be worse. Hello, boys and girls. Shit.
There's no place for Vegeta here.
There's always a place for Vegeta. Alright, so, Bird, being the youngest of the group.
We need some biography and then your background.
Yeah.
Okay, like the first console I ever played on, I think it was the original Nintendo. I really don't remember it. Like I was so young.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember is I saw my sister playing and I was like, well, I want to play it, so I want to beat the crap out of it. And that pretty much started it, but I would say for me, the first thing that really made me get into it was playing Mario Kart.
Hey, Mario Kart's a great
I
game.
love Mario Kart. I still play
Been a
Mario
lot of
Kart.
friendships broken over there.
Not as many as Mario Party.
I was say not as many as Golden.
Oh.
We actually went
Fuck
so
like
far
that.
as to make a Mario Kart drinking game. Which did not turn out well for anybody.
If you hit me with a blue shell, you have to take 3 shots, asshole.
Well, we didn't get blue shells to like the GameCube version or the Wii version.
No, it's the game. No, they had red.
Bad red.
They had the blue with the little spikes on them where it went all the way to the first place.
No,
Mhm.
we didn't get those till a later system.
GameCube.
I'll bet. Because it's on my
Well.
Nintendo 64.
Alright.
We have a bet on the table already, folks.
Here's the thing. This is the reason why I have this. Alright. Cameron, you're wrong.
I am. We were both wrong.
We were both wrong, but then again, I've played more games since then.
I've played a fair amount of games since then too. But I will go first because he's the same prince and has a pride problem.
I am the hype!
She was right. There is a blue turtle shell in Super Mario 64. It's just the rarest item in the game.
Yes, it is. It is the rarest item.
So if you got it, it means either A, you really, really suck and you needed all the help you can get, or B, I was reading on there was 2 specific boxes in 2 different levels that gave you the shell if you could get it. One was Luigi's Raceway. There was a item box on his balloon, and then there was Koopa Troopa Beats. There was a box on top of a rock that you had to hit a ramp just right with like a mushroom to get to. If you hit those, you were guaranteed to get one. So
With a monkey.
you were either really sucked or you were really, really good.
Well, I can agree with that. Wouldn't say I suck. I'm just not going to say that. But I was in 8th place a lot.
Now you can go on with like 12th place,
Yeah, no, I heard 16.
maybe 16th.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, no. Well, you're the one that owns all the Nintendo systems.
I currently do not have a Wii. But
A Wii, but you got a Wii U.
yes.
So have y'all ever done all the cheats on the Mario Kart? Like Rainbow Road, you know where you start out on the track and you go to do that big jump. If you'll go off that jump, jerk to the left, it'll drop you down over halfway on that.
I've seen it. I don't cheat though, man. Not on that.
I think I found out about it on accident, and
It's one of those things you just kind of like, I did it one. It's awesome. If you can actually manage to do it.
It's like taking a Game Shark and clipping through walls in Goldeneye and getting out to that island in the middle of nowhere.
I liked using that for the multiplayer. In like the facility, they would lock the door halfway through on multiplayer, but if you had to walk through doors to cheat on, you'd have access to the whole facility. There were just no weapons in the back, so you had to stock up and go hide.
I'm gonna hide! I'm gonna put proxy mines everywhere!
Floating remote mines. Anyway, we're getting off subject. We're supposed to be talking about her beginning experiences, and so it sounds like your first system, like that you remember playing, would have been a Super.
Nintendo 64.
Really? So Mario Kart 64 is the Mario Kart you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I immediately assume you're talking about the Super. Nintendo.
No. It's
No, and we did have one of those, and I vaguely remember the Mortal Kombat, if that's the right system. I think.
yep.
But-
With no blood.
But,
Only on
I
Nintendo.
mean, that's like I barely remember. And then after that, I don't know, I stuck with the 64 for a long time, got the PS1.
That was a good
Oh, I love
game.
Tekken.
It really was.
Yeah, you and Tekken.
Yeah, I love Tekken.
I miss Bloody Roar. I mean, I'll be honest.
PS2 was Blood Rain. I loved that. After that was pretty much when you mentioned earlier, and all got started on Halo.
Halo and things
So the 64 and Mario Kart were your first
Genesis.
memory, your Genesis.
Yeah. Like,
But what was the first series you really got into? Like
definitely Blood Rain.
Blood Rain? I heard that was a good series. Never played it. But I always thought the girl on the front was badass.
Yeah.
You just
Great
like to
video
disprove
game.
learning.
Hey, you know what?
Horrible movie.
Horrible movie. Well, it is a UE Bowl.
Just run from the movies now. There's 3 of them.
Well, that's like the Witchblade anime versus the live action one. It was not even the same. I was so really.
See, I've only paid attention to Witchblade in the comics. Good old Top Cow Productions. Alright, young man.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right. Well, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far.
There was a backhand coming out from the dark side.
It was worth it. No, I have vague memories. The NES was kind of my baby too. I have vague memories of watching others play. Of like one of my grandmas playing Dr. Mario. I have vague memories of someone playing Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt. But my first real game that I remember playing with any kind of recollection at all, if I can talk here, would be Super Mario Brothers 3 for the NES. It was me and my cousin Randy. She's about a year or two older than me, so she pulled rank and was Mario, so I had to pick Luigi. And back then, a lot of games didn't have a save option. And so if you were doing a Super Mario run, like now anymore, you can do a full Super Mario 3 run in a couple hours. You know what you're doing, where you're going.
Yeah.
But back when it was a new game to everyone, you get to World 4, you know, and it's taking you half the day to get there. You just have to leave the game system on.
Or
Hope no one hit it.
Yeah. Or jostle the cartridge.
Yeah.
Crap, no! Mom, why'd you do that?
Just Game Boy.
Yeah, Game Boy.
Absolutely.
Game Boy,
That
yeah.
was a long
I still have one of the original bricks.
Me too. My grandma found mine. I'm so happy.
Oh, wow.
But that was the original. That was my original baby. Now, first system I owned may have been the original Game Boy, or it was a Super. It was weird. I believe my grandparents got me a Super, and then my parents had gotten me a regular Nintendo. And then not too long after that, we had gotten a Super there too. But I believe the Game Boy was the first system I owned that had Paperboy. That game was the freaking devil. I hated that game.
Paperboy?
Yes.
Dude, I played it in the arcade. And those things were designed to suck your quarters.
Oh, absolutely.
So I played it on Nintendo. I'm like, this is a lot easier.
But, and then, you know, I mean, I'm
It's
actually
like-
kind of decked out in a lot of games.
Yeah,
for this.
you got the Zelda necklace, the Pokemon hat, and the Mario Brothers shirt.
And if you could see my leg, I have a
You have
Zelda
a
tattoo.
you have a Link tattoo.
Zelda series tattoo.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not a tattoo.
You know me better than that.
I was gonna pick up my stool and smack you with it, my Stein chair.
But, alright. Great one.
Let's
I
see.
can't see the timer from here. So.
I can't either, but it'll actually stop because we're gonna have to cut that out. You realize that?
I'm sorry.
That's
I just
alright.
immediately thought of it. I didn't know if it like just like reset back to 20.
But
yeah.
my first experience gaming, I was a little over a year old. My mom had gotten a Pong home entertainment machine, 4 switches, 2 paddles, all connected, no cartridge. And I was sitting there, I watched her and watched her. Apparently, I picked it up and I started playing it. So she thought it was funny. So then she switched it over. She put one from tennis to ping pong. Ping pong made the ball go faster and your paddles went from here to here.
Expert mode. The original expert.
The original expert mode. My mom was just, I love my mom, but she just decided to screw me over on that.
With you being the Halo, what's the hardest thing on Halo?
Legendary?
Yeah, that was original Legendary.
That was original Legendary. I don't know. Gee, Halo? No, never.
What is this Halo?
What is this Halo which you speak? But, see, you guys talk about consoles, and while I had that, I also had the Odyssey 2, the ColecoVision, the Intellivision, the Atari 2600. But I was an arcade rat. I had to stand on a milk crate in order to reach the controls.
It's hard picturing you.
It's hard to picture me being that small, but my mom used to put money on me, playing games and win money, and then she'd take me to Toys R Us. That's how I got a shit ton of Star Wars stuff. But yeah, I mean, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong.
If we want to talk about our oldest game, we played it today.
Pong?
Pac-Man. I have played Pong like once or twice, but like actual regular play, it's probably been Pac-Man.
See, I remember playing Pac-Man in the arcade. I remember Pac-Baby.
So they're going to go really good or really bad.
That was great.
Okay, we're okay.
But so you remember Pong, playing Pong? Yeah.
I put dumbass
With an arrow.
with an arrow pointing to him. Because if that had spilled and gotten all over that,
Yes.
that would have been major suckage.
So what was the first game series you were in?
The first
I mean, was there
game-
even game series back then?
Yeah. There were game series.
Okay.
You got to remember, but game series started with Mario.
That was the
official, and so Zelda was probably my first game series that I truly got into, because my mom and I rented The Legend of Zelda, and
I'm gonna get Dreamy out here for a second when he talks about this.
we searched game store after game store after game store looking for Zelda, and walked in and lucked out. They had one copy left of, and I still have the original gold cartridge. I mean, just oh.
You should have brought mine.
But yeah, I mean that was my first series, and then I went from, see, I played all the Mario games, but to me that wasn't a series for me. I went from that to Dragon Warrior, aka Dragon Quest, for any of y'all that want to keep tally with the Japanese. And then Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy came toward the end of the Nintendo the NES life cycle. But I got it for Christmas, and dear God, oh, massive headaches. Because that was one of the few games you could start and die. I mean, seriously, your first battle, you walk in, you could die. Boom.
You get no tutorial fights, nothing.
We're gonna throw you out in the world and kick your ass.
Welcome to the real.
Yeah, that's why all these people complain about role-playing games now. And like, well, you know, I saved way back then, and da-da-da. I'm like,
5 steps save. 5 steps save.
do you know what the purpose of a tent is? No. You can save at any time. If you ran out of tents in the original Final Fantasy, you were screwed.
Could you say it was sleeping bags too?
I don't think Sleeping Bags came out until 2.
No, so they're in 1.
They're in
unless
one?
unless they didn't come out until the remake.
Probably the remake. Because it was
Tents
tents.
and cottages.
Tents and cottages. Cottages refilled your health and magic points.
Tent just did.
Tent just did health.
And then the sleeping bag, whether they did or not, they only filled like half of the health or
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, I think it was like that in the Origins remake too.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember first popping that in my head, I was like, oh my god, wait, that's how you save? I don't have enough money to buy.
But yeah, Final Fantasy to me was, Zelda. Zelda was my origin. Zelda's what started me on, kind of questing. Because before that, I was a D&D fan. I mean, pen and paper. You have me using my imagination. This is making me happy. Well, I got to roll.
D&D though is if you didn't play with the right people.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Yeah.
And yes, I have had to use that. And that's when Final Fantasy hit my interest. And I'm like, you mean the world's bigger? You mean there's more stuff to find? There's more enemies? I can't see them. Shit.
That was something that was unique to Final Fantasy because could you see them in Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
The original?
Yeah, it had like little outlines and you could dodge them. No, that came in later. In the original Dragon Warrior, you couldn't see him.
Okay.
You had to quit. But you got to remember, Final Fantasy had more character types than Dragon Warrior did. And let's not get into the storyline about Dragon Warrior, please. I'm my own grandpa. Seriously, it's a time travel thing.
Got it.
You end up becoming your own ancestor. I have no clue why, but and before you say anything, yes, I had the strategy guide. Yes, I heard about a very specific enemy, and yes, I spent 2 hours trying to find him.
Are we talking about your bridge walk?
My bridge wall. There's an enemy that you have a 1 in, what is it?
64,000.
64,000 chance
I think that's the right number.
to meet. I met him. He wiped my ass out. He's a little bitty creature.
He's a little toy
He's a little
robot.
toy robot called Warmech. He uses nuke.
He was like the original ultimate weapon optional super boss.
Yeah.
When you're looking for that
Extra challenge.
extra challenge after you've played the game, 2 or 3 times.
And
Did
I
you
went-
find him on your first playthrough?
It was my first playthrough.
Oh.
Because I was like, I hear he's tough, but I think I can take him. Shit. 3 rounds, I'm gone.
Pride before the fall. How
I
did
did
the
beat him.
rematch go?
I did beat him. I had 1 warrior left, but I beat him.
Like chicken diamond with a wood axe.
Oh, no, that would be with white mages.
Oh, yeah.
But the reason that I kind of got this whole retro game, where we got started in my head, I picked up this Rare Replay, and I think this is I think this is a group that we all
Played
enjoyed.
something out of.
That we all enjoyed, like Banjo-Kazooie.
I still have that pretty original.
I have it downloaded on the Xbox Live. One of my personal favorites, Perfect Dark.
Perfect
Love
Dark.
me a good shooter game.
I
Next.
have that on N64 as well.
So do I.
7 GoldenEye.
I got it. But see, my thing was Battletoads. that was the first game that made me honestly break a controller. Because there's 2 levels in it when you're on a speeder bike. If you do not hit the jumps, or if you do not jump in time, you die.
Oh, God. What was that one we were playing last night? Sorry.
We played Trials Fusion. last night, the motorcycle one.
Mm-hmm.
They released an update where you can ride as a Red Lynx riding a unicorn. I know it sounds stupid, but it's fun as hell.
I made it half the race, like on my hind legs, scooting on my butt. Just like, pretty much, yeah, it was, but it was hilarious. Okay, so anyways, back to topic.
No, it's
Okay, on the subject of Battlefield, that was a rare card. What was Double Dragon?
Double Dragon was Acclaim.
Okay, so what was their little mashup on the Super
It was
Nintendo?
considered an Acclaim title.
So we won't ever see that then, probably.
No.
Because I liked that. I played Double Dragon, I played Battletoads, and so that mashup on the Super Nintendo was like, yes, very much.
I played that one, but I was just like, yeah, I beat the shit out of all these Double Dragons, and it's the same story over. I mean, okay, I'm sorry. We want to talk about the series, classic series, Double Dragon 1. Your two brothers trying to rescue a girl that was one of them's girlfriend, but then when you get to the end, you find out that she's been dating both brothers, and whoever wins in a fist fight gets her. That's a slut. No, I'm serious, Roberta. It's
That's horrible.
it's.
Sad day.
I'm like, really? Really?
So, what else is on Rare Replay?
What else? Well, it's got all three Banjo-Kazooies. It's including Nuts and Bolts, which most people hate.
Conquered that.
It's got the original Conker's Bad Fur Day, not the remake for 360. It has the Great Mighty Pooh, and he's going to fling his shit at you.
And you must throw toilet paper in his mouth.
Yep.
Like, literally?
Yeah.
Yes, this is a pile of crap, and you throw toilet paper into his mouth.
I am the
And he
Great
sings.
Mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
And this wasn't a Nintendo game.
Yeah, this was Nintendo 64.
It was very, very rare
Oh,
to
it-
have a game like that made that Nintendo would put out.
It was I believe the only true rated M game on the 60. No, Mortal Kombat. But other than Mortal Kombat, that was it.
Yep.
How have I never heard of this?
Because a lot of parents had it pulled from shelves.
It's
I
very
think-
cartoony. You
Yeah,
look at
it
the
looks
cover.
Yeah, it looks like a cartoon.
It's just
No, wait. Now, if I remember right, actually on the cover, isn't there kind of like some kind of like sexy fox girl, like smoking or squirrel? Okay. And she's like smoking or drinking or something.
Well, you got to remember, Conker starts the game off drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, drunk. The fastest speed
As
you can
Burton
move
goes to
is.
take a sip of her beer.
I was just gonna say, sounds like my kind of game.
But I mean, I could see a parent not noticing because there are telltale signs on the cover, obviously.
Mhm.
But I could see a parent not looking too much into it. A kid comes, "Hey, can we rent this?" Because the cartridge probably did not show very much, if anything, it being a rated M game. Parent be like, "Yeah, sure." So they get, and the kid gets to the Mighty Pooh,
No.
and the parents are like, "What is this? Is the game rated for?"
Yeah, it's. Well, you know that takes me back to GTA 2
I love
on the
that game.
Dreamcast. I was working at a Funko Land, and before you ask what a Funko Land is,
Does that predate Wild Willie's?
no. Wild Will Funko Land was up in Oklahoma City. It's what became GameStop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was part of management there. Go figure. But this lady comes in and her kid wants Grand Theft Auto 2. Wants it, and he's like 8 or 9.
And at the time it was out for what, PS1 and Dreamcast and PC?
And I told her, I said, ma'am, it's rated R, the language is strong, you run over people, you shoot them, they fuss at you. There's all sorts of bad stuff. I don't care, it'll shut him up. Now, fortunately, I had an ace in my hole because I knew she was going to bring it back. My manager was in the back room, which is the door to it was right behind the counter. So
Yeah.
and it was open, so he heard the entire thing. Next day, the lady comes back. I want my money back for this game. This game is garbage. There's this, and I went, ma'am, I explained everything to you yesterday. I don't care. I want my money back. You didn't tell me anything. I was like, would you like me to get my manager? She goes, yes. I want you to get your manager because you're being rude to me.
Oh, man.
Brian comes out and he goes, ma'am, actually you owe this young man an apology because I was here yesterday and I heard everything. Now, while we can take it back for trading credit, because of everything that you've been saying and the fact that you were warned and now you're calling him a liar, we're not even going to do that. Take it someplace else for trade-in.
Wow. That was back when you could refuse service with people.
Yeah.
Terms.
Yeah, you just gotta shut up.
Take it.
Yeah.
Which is why I want to start my own company. Well, I want to have my own business. And let's see how many people get thrown out in the first day.
Turn 5 on your face.
No. Make them stupid kebabs.
So, on the subject.
Stupid kebabs?
No, I don't know stupid kebabs. I do like my medium rare though. When you get to that point. Talking about Conker's Left 4 Dead M-rated games and origins of things. First M-rated game you've ever played.
That would have to be the Mortal Kombat for the instance. I think. Out of that, or was it the Super? No?
It was the Super's rated teen.
The Super's rated teen because there was no blood.
Okay, so it would have to be the instance.
I believe mine was probably the same.
See, I really can't claim Mortal Kombat because I played it before it had a rating. I played, remember, I was an arcade rat. I played it in the arcade, and in the arcade it had no rating. Matter of fact, the ESRB was created because of Mortal Kombat.
Now, I watched an interview with Ed Boon. There were games that were as bad or worse than Mortal Kombat. They didn't have the popularity. Well, the popularity it had.
Well, yeah, I mean, even today you can still get, like, I remember on the PlayStation, there was a German game that was basically a nude photo shoot. PlayStation 2, there's games from Japan called Hell Knight Detroit. And it's a survival horror game where you play a newspaper cameraman in Detroit, gates of hell opens, you're just trying to get out of the city. You have no weapons. You hide. I think that's where we got Outlast from.
See, and I missed all the games like that. Like growing up, like the most graphic game I got was Mortal Kombat.
But what you gotta think about is 64 came out, what, 96? How old were you in 96?
I was 19.
I was 8. No, I'm giving myself too much credit there. I was about 7 maybe.
I was 4.
So, I mean, some of these games that you're wondering where they are, stuff was a lot more lax, I guess, at the time.
Well, and also, let me put it this way. I remember PC gaming, and there was a game called, I'm trying to remember which one came out first. 7? It was the 11th Guest. And it was a CD-ROM game. Back when CD-ROM was new technology, so they used it for full motion video games. The storyline's laughable, but it dealt with murder, death, and I don't think it was that one, but there was one around the same time. There was sex, nudity, decapitations.
The first game I could
Disembowelment.
think about as far as the sex and everything goes, it was Leisure Suit Larry.
Leisure Suit Larry. Oh, that's a series that should just stop.
I don't think there's been a new one in a while. You probably got your wish.
The first one I ever played with any kind of like sexuality, nudity, anything was probably Blood Rain. And it really didn't have the nudity. Okay, so I downloaded the cheat codes, and there was one called Juggy Mode.
We're waiting.
Well, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
But we may have some people who know that.
Case in point, Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. My non-existent boobs bouncing.
Cheat
Yeah.
code.
Damn it, now Laura Croft. Damn it. Oh.
So yeah, I don't know. I think my video games are pretty limited because once I find one I like, I will stick with it until it's worn out.
See, and I'm trying to get her to expand. I was like,
Broaden my
try
horizons.
Diablo, try this, try.
I did try the unicorn.
Yeah, that we. Blanking on her.
Peggle.
name. Oh yeah, I got her addicted to Peggle.
Peggle ruined my life.
Peggle. Peggle changed my life.
Peggle is the new Candy Crush.
No, Peggle is the original Candy Crush. Actually, no, Bejeweled is the original Candy Crush. But Bejeweled was made by PopCap, who made Peggle. They also made Plants vs. Zombies. Let's see.
Well, like, talking about, expanding your game, I'm kind of a mix between you two. Like, I'm very, compact on the, series and games that I play, but I like to have, all the genres. Like, I have, for a fighting game, I have Mortal Kombat. For my shooters, I don't mind turning on Halo every now and then. Action platforming is a tie between Mario and Sonic.
Well, shooter can also be roughly translated into one of our favorite role-playing games. Fallout.
Which I have yet to try.
Oh,
No, she's going to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I want to.
She's watched me play.
Are you
some New
gonna
Vegas.
go 3 or New Vegas? I mean, you don't really have to play,
Yeah,
one.
they're not connected.
The only thing next to them is the Wasteland.
Wasteland.
Well, no, the Wasteland Survival Guide
Yeah,
is in New Vegas.
yeah.
I've
The
actually,
Vault-Tec.
I've only found one first-person shooter that I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know that I should say it, but
Go ahead.
Call of Duty. I'm not a huge fan. I love the zombie version.
That is pretty fun.
Yeah. But other than that, it's
I have one Call of Duty, and it was given to me, and I play it with my son, but only in zombie mode because Call of Duty sucks balls. Because, I'm sorry guys, I'm a storyline guy. If you can't give me a good story, fuck your multiplayer. If you want to make a multiplayer game, make a fucking multiplayer game. Don't try to, well here, we're just going to put in this single player and shit on the story.
He gets really emotional about his story, sorry.
Hey, Halo.
Yes.
dude, Halo was depressing.
A footnote. If you want to get sucked into the Halo universe, play the first level of 4 and watch the cutscene afterwards. You will pop it out and put in the first disc to figure out what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
Because of the one line that Cortana said, it had me hooked. I went and read stuff. That
What was it?
Don't make a promise.
Don't make me a girl you can't keep.
I was like, I'm in.
And that's not the first time she says it.
Nope, but it's the tone, the way she said it.
Yeah.
But that whole conversation there, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know, I try new ones, but there for a long time, especially when I was living in Lawton, I went through this whole phase where I would go back and play my N64 and play the old games.
Oh, there's some.
And
Oh, yeah,
I
there's
went,
nothing wrong with
I
that. Oh.
went crazy with Pokemon Stadium. I went crazy with it. And Pokemon Snap.
We're gonna set up.
Yes!
You don't understand. That was my Pokemon game.
That was my mom's Pokemon game. She
Like-
loved that
Hey, I got pictures of every one that there was available.
I loved going through the levels and trying to find the hidden Pokemon,
Mhm.
especially like Charizard.
You had to make certain one eat or knock them out or something. They'd evolve. And that's what he's talking about. I think is when he's riding Pokeball.
Well, no, there's also one where he's on a beach ball.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, because the beach, like the first level is beach, and you can get Pikachu on the beach ball.
Mm.
But
Right.
then when you're going through the underground cavern,
You can make him stand on the pole.
and I like the road.
Makes it bang. It's kind of funny.
I played that way too.
Fuck you, Pikachu. Good thing, bitch.
And see, on the subject of Pokemon, I'm a kid from Pallet Town. I owned an original blue version.
Oh, I had the blue, the red, the yellow, the gold, the silver.
I am a Kanto and a Johto League champion. I'm still working on.
I have owned, let's see, I own silver because it was a gift because like I said, I was management at that
Right.
point. So Pokemon was real big then, so I said I'd never played and they'd send a promotional and they're like, here, you play this, you got okay, no problem.
In Pokemon's defense, it stood the test of the time so far. I mean, it came out in what, 98?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I remember
I was in
buying
the
all
fourth-
the cards. I had so many stickers.
I have a fairly good collection of
Oh,
cards.
man. I don't know what I did with all mine. They're probably around.
I'm really shocked I held on to all of them. I had it.
I have one that a friend of mine back when Toys R Us did like gym badges. and
Yes. League championships.
stuff, a friend of mine was a gym leader, and she got me a promotional Pikachu,
That's awesome.
and I still got it. She still got all the badges.
That's cool.
And if you ever tried to take it from her, she'd probably cut you in half.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, we went to.
It's gym, so
Yeah. We went to Spirit Halloween.
yeah.
And we saw the cutest Pikachu and Charizard hats.
Yeah, those like little.
Oh,
and they had like
yeah.
the actual. Oh, they were cute. I want one.
So I saw Jeremy at Walmart earlier, and my cousin was there. She's going as Pikachu for Halloween, and so I told her I'll dig out my Ash costume.
See, I was gonna do a minion, but
Yeah, she wanted her, Red, and Mums to do minions, and me be Gru.
Gru, yeah.
I'm sorry.
What?
Wait, no. You two and Char be purple minions, and Mom there could be the evil scientist from this big E2.
You know, we own that. I've never watched it.
I want to see the actual minion movie. I have minion goggles.
Zach likes
like-
them.
When I saw the previews for that, I spent like a month walking around going,
Oh,
It's
talking about retro games. You don't have kids,
Mm.
but Jeremy's got a fairly old one. And I'm in a unique spot that I have a sister that's got about 14 years between me.
February 27, 1996.
Now, is that Japan or is that America?
That's America.
It's America. I got a 14-year-old sister, about 14 years between us, and now I have,
Yeah, who wishes to kill me right now?
and now I have a 3-year-old boy. And Jeremy can part back my play on this. It is so fun to teach and watch the next generation learn how to play
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
the original NES.
the original NES. Zach playing that.
Okay. I'm gonna brag my boy here for a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a Wii U, Super Mario Brother Wii U, and
Super Mario Brother Wii U. Oh, that's the game.
yeah.
I was about to say, you have a Zelda Wii U.
No, the games. Yeah, I have
Okay.
a Zelda. I'll tell the story from another time. Nutshell, he's an awesome friend.
My wife is an awesome friend.
Whatever. They're awesome. Boys playing the game. On Super Mario Wii U, if you die so much, or if you do certain things like collect all 3 coins, or clear a level without taking damage, or whatever. Usually a screen will pop up and ask if you want to share with the Miiverse, which is like an internet thing. Well, my boy comes in one day and says, tells me that Daddy, the blue screen's up. So I go in there, figuring that he's probably died several times. No, he has cleared a fortress without taking damage. I was so freaking proud. My boy's only 3, so there's probably a little bit of luck involved with that.
Daddy, the blue screen. My son told me one time, Daddy, the blue screen's on. I'm like, oh crap, because he's on the computer.
Yeah. The
BSOD. Blue screen of death.
Red Ring of Death.
Never had it.
Never had it. I haven't either. Well, I take that back. I've had it like the power going out, but it's never stuck.
But no, as I was leaving Walmart, I ran into some friends of mine and talked to them for a minute, and I see your sister walk by wearing a FAFNF shirt. Ha! Five Nights at Freddy's. And I went, Five Nights at Freddy's sucks! She goes, hey! And I just grinned. I said, love you. She doesn't know yet, does she, that I own the first 2. We haven't told her.
I think we may have. But I think it was like really quick in passing. She may not remember.
That would surprise me. She is a teenager.
Yeah.
But all right. We've gotten retros.
Lots of thirst.
In our series that we love. What are we looking forward to?
Looking forward to, of course, there's Halo 5. I am.
Halo 5 is.
I'll get it, but it kind of broke my rule. So.
Okay. Well, to me, I'm looking forward to Halo 5. Other than that, I haven't kept that's what I'm saying about my game.
So your game series like Blood Rain have kind of stopped.
Yeah, they stopped.
Yeah, they stopped it too, and it was a great series, but
it's all about the fan base, how big it is, and
yeah,
what the drive is.
It fell off, and
It's all about the fans,
No Joe. Sorry, she's trying to be serious over there. We're making fun. So.
no, it's good.
I warned her.
But, and there's several game series like that they couldn't keep up,
Yeah, it's not that they were bad games, but it's just there are so many out there that it's just hard to stay on top of.
Who made Blood Rain?
Hold on one moment. Let me look that up. All right, Blood Rain was originally done by Majestico,
Okay.
and was picked up by EA. Unfortunately, there was a third game that was being rumored called The Shroud, but it got canned. But people are still hoping and trying to get EA to go in to do Blood Rain 3.
So they must still have a pretty big fan base. Yeah. They're still pulling.
Fan base? Blades?
I'm kind of hoping they do. Like I said, that one for me was just my first video game that I really, really got into.
Yeah, but if EA picked it up, then since Blood Rain 2 was probably toward the end of the PlayStation 2 cycle, sorry, then they were probably, pulling people to work on Mass Effect. Because before the Mass Effect even came out, they were like, all right, here's what we're going to do.
We got this thing.
We're going to make 3 games, all right? And any decision you make is going to affect later on in the game, but it's also going to affect the other games in the series.
Wait. There's another game series EA worked on. It had to have been right around the same time they started, did it not? Dragon Age?
Actually, Dragon Age began its life as Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
Because the EA was trying to get in bed with Wizards of the Coast, who owns Dungeons and Dragons. And they were like, well, let's throw something together, And Mass Effect came out, and then they started having people work on Mass Effect 2.
Okay.
After listening to the complaints from 1.
Right.
And they pulled people. They split the team pretty much. Part of it went to Mass Effect 2. part of it went to work on this untitled Dungeons and Dragons game. And so everybody was like, oh, okay, you know, that'll be great.
They
But
had no idea.
They had no idea. They had no idea. Because Dragon Age 1 was awesome.
I mean, Dragon Age was basically Mass Effect, but at the other end of
Time.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, here's where we have science fiction, science and everything, and it's the future, and we're in space, and this is Mass Effect. So, on a bell curve, here's normal life. We're going to go way back in the past, and there's going to be shit tons of magic and dragons, and what are we going to call this fucker? There's Dragon Age, that's it. Yeah, we'll just call it Dragon Age. And that right there is how an EA meeting goes.
That is the creative process.
That's the creative process.
But so that very well we watched Blood Rain and got shelved.
Yeah.
And then they made Dragon Age 2.
And then they made Inquisition.
Which are them still trying to be nice, play nice, but I still have yet to beat Inquisition.
So Blood Rain, did you have another one that's maybe gone for longer or has had a long run?
I like Tomb Raider.
You were on that?
But I actually
That's
have
nice.
not played any of the new ones. Like the last one I played was Anniversary for PS2.
Well, let's look at this man here.
You don't want me to talk about Tomb Raider.
The new one?
The newest one is great, but that's because they're like, Square Enix took it over. And Square Enix, you know, tried to stick with the old formula. I mean, they did, what was it, Heart of Darkness or something like that.
Something like that.
And, not Heart of Darkness, but it's Tomb Raider Underworld. Yeah, that's... And they tried to make it, and then like, we're fucking this up.
Yeah, so no, I really like Tomb Raider and Left 4 Dead. I love Left 4 Dead. Like, I can play it over and over and over. But the only one I've really seen that I want to try is Until Dawn.
Mm.
It's actually making me think about buying a PlayStation specifically for that.
You had said that, and that kind of blew my mind a little bit.
But I refuse to buy a system for one game. Especially not as much as that frickin' system cost. I mean, I'm like, you know, that looks wonderful and it looks nice, but that's a frickin' $500 system. So fuck that.
That will spend more time collecting dust than it will get played.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my Xbox One. I've got a 360 and an Xbox One hooked up right over there, and yeah, that's perfectly fine for me.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to catch up on all the games that are already out.
Yeah. See, anything you're looking forward to?
Well, as far as like game series goes and what comes next, I gotta have myself. If I had to pick any game series, any game system, it'd be Nintendo, it would be Zelda, and I would be happy. They got a new one coming out for the Wii U, and the bits and pieces that I've gathered talk about being able to explore Hyrule, question mark, we really don't know where we're at. But talk about exploring the dungeons in the order you want to. That is something that has not been done since The Legend of Zelda. So a lot of people are speculating that maybe that this is a remastered version of one. And a lot of people are like, you know, and this will be something we'll talk about maybe another day, but you hear a lot of people ranting about remakes, remasters, and me and you kind of touched on this the other day at my house that, you know, Miyamoto had a dream about this particular game. Technology did not match the dream, but went ahead and made the game. You know, 10 years down the road, technology now matches the original dream. Remake it, he's happy with it. Off we go.
No, but you also got to remember my stance on it. about remaking and remastering a game, that's great. But don't do it for a system that's still out there. You know, like, I'm sorry, Xbox 360. People are still buying it, still buying games for it.
Oh yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying.
Don't remake. You know, they remade Dishonored, Game of the Year edition. Did I pick it up? Yes, I picked it up on Xbox One, but I picked it up for $20.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can get the Game of the Year edition on Xbox 360 for $20.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a fun game. I enjoyed it, but that being said, I'm ready for the Xbox One to get backwards compatibility, primarily for I want to play my Mass Effect. Plus, they had just announced just a few days ago, you'll be able to play Borderlands, the original Borderlands on it. So I'm down for that. But if you're gonna remake something, do me a favor, Final Fantasy 1.
I'm seconding that. I would love to see Final Fantasy 1 with like
And
the best thing we have right now is the Curse of Department 13.
just don't soften it. Don't make it for these whiny, mealy little pieces of shit. It's too difficult. Fuck you.
No, I mean
Build a better party.
make just graphic update. You know, maybe bring some. What would be some newer concept from newer Final Fantasy that you could stick in one and it maybe make the game better. What's something?
Well, the heart of one is the active time battle system. I mean, you had to wait until your turn to attack.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for that. Unless you altered it and made it so spellcasting powerful spells took longer. You know, because you want to balance everything.
Yeah.
It's like your thief who became a ninja may attack twice before your white mage attacks.
Yeah. Or your monk.
Monk was the most worthless class in that game.
If you use the weapon.
If you used a weapon, but
I mean, that was like a freaking Super Saiyan once you got him high enough level. He hit for 8 and, 600, point hit, and you're like, I use the nunchuck. We don't talk about that, though.
why am I only doing 5 points of damage?
I found out his true potential by accident.
You forgot to equip the new weapon.
Well, I forgot. I had unequipped him to sell the weapon to get the money to buy the new weapon. And forgot to give him the
New weapon. And then he just goes, boom. Oh, I forgot the Wait. How much damage was that? Shit. I said, God damn.
Everything I know is a lie.
Including the cake.
Especially.
Especially the cake.
No. So what series are you? That you have followed that they got something new?
See, my thing is, I don't know if you can tell, and one of these days I'm actually going to do a tour of the apartment just so that you guys can see all the nerdy shit that I have.
He's got
I'm a Halo fan. I've always been a Halo fan. No, well, since 3. I had a problem with the first one because everybody was like, Halo's the greatest game ever! There's no game better than it. Bullshit. I played Halo. I beat Halo. If you're going to create a first-person shooter and barely throw in a decent driving mechanic, and then your last level is you driving, you got a fucking problem.
Oh, that
The mall.
fucked me over so bad. I am the worst fucking driver when it comes to video games in the world.
Of all time.
That literally like brings to mind Drive Like a Woman. That will make you think of it.
Maybe it has something to do with the whole Mario Kart 64 subconscious thing.
I don't know. Like,
No, it's the way that.
He actually has a video of me falling out of the Warthog and it coming down and running me over with nobody in it. It's just epic. Peanut gallery.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make comments, you need to pull up a chair.
Yeah.
But
It is weird driving a Warthog or any of the vehicles in Halo sometimes.
Well, and they do a lot better with two, but for some reason one is.
Well, see, my thing is, my wife and I play Halo together. We play split screen, you know. Even if we just try to relieve frustration, we'll throw in a multiplayer match. It's just me versus her, and we'll just shoot the hell out of each other. They're getting rid of split screen completely. I mean, just gone. Bye. Have fun.
That is a horrible thing.
And do you know what the official reason is?
Well, I feel the official no, but I feel like it's gimmick just gets you to buy more than one system.
Yeah, 'cause you can do local LAN, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The problem is they're saying that they want it to run at 60 frames per second. Most people can't tell the difference between 45 frames a second and 60 frames a second.
Nobody really cares.
And even the ones that can tell the difference, it's so minute, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Just pay no attention to the person over in the corner.
I mean, frame rate, and this could be uninformed talking here. The only time I've ever seen frame rate is if you are playing online.
And then it drops.
And then it drops, yeah. I mean, that seems to be the only time frame rate ever matters. I've never had a frame rate problem playing locally.
Oh no.
No. You know?
But so yeah, I will get Halo 5. Mainly for the story. Plus I want to find out how all the freaking blue team survived, which was Master Chief's team back when they were squads.
I just want to know who Master Chief is. No, I probably shouldn't say that, so we don't play the game yet.
Who Master Chief's what?
Partner. His name.
Didn't have one.
I'm not gonna have
Nope.
one.
Nope.
I can see him choosing that route.
Well, she was the only smart one.
He was the lucky one.
But I'm looking forward to Fallout 4. I mean,
Oh, what's the Fallout? No, the Fallout 4. I'm thinking of something else. Sorry.
anybody.
I was thinking about the new Mass Effect.
Oh, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
That's next year. And yes, I am looking forward to that. For one, for one kind of major reason for me that everybody else seems to hate, I get the Mako back.
I love the Mako.
I love the Mako. Charlene just can't drive.
I remember I did come over here one day and she was like trying so hard to go up this mountain, and I'm like, I don't think you can do that. This is prior to me even playing Mass Effect and just watching her play. Like, I don't think that's going to go up.
I can make it. Of course, then again, I wish I still had my old phone, because I have video of her running into the Geth Colossus and dragging it around by the Mako and doing damage to it.
That's awesome.
But
sorry, Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
I'm there with you.
They're changing some stuff up. I don't know if you heard about how they're like.
Do we still have VATS? That's
There's VATS, but it no longer stops time. It slows it down, but it doesn't stop it. So if you're not fast enough, if you're not paying attention, that super mutant will still shove a club up your ass.
It's a who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Not me, because I'm asexual.
Yeah, even the it's not even a joke.
It's not. That's Fallout humor.
I have to play this, like it's gotta happen.
Gary.
I swear to God, Vault-Tec was freaking evil with their experiments.
Well, you
evil.
heard about okay, Vault 69, 1,000 women, 1 man. Vault 68,
Opposite.
1,000 men, 1 woman.
See, and why does it seem like our parents have the balls?
Because we watched videos on it.
Okay.
Remember the last time I was over here watching about
The puppet, Vault
Yeah,
77.
where it started talking to
Puppets.
Okay, so yeah, that's
that?
right.
No, not all the vaults existed. Well, they may exist. All of them may exist throughout all the current game, but not all of them are in a single game.
Yeah, no,
Because the vaults are placed all across
all
America.
across America, yeah. And I'm sorry, but There's no, Voltec was not designed to save any. The vaults were not designed to save anybody.
No.
They're there to fuck you over. But yeah, I mean, but going back to Halo, yeah, I'll get it. And I'll probably have it day one, but I'm still just like,
Leaves a sour taste.
it does. I mean, Fallout, I've already got pre-order. Day it comes out, I will have it. No. they sold out of that within days.
Oh, I have no doubt. You watch Amazon though, you can probably find it for cheap.
No, it won't be for cheap.
Do we need to talk about the guy who actually got his copy in bottle caps?
Oh,
I want to meet
God.
this guy. The currency in Fallout is bottle caps.
Really?
Okay, this guy sent in
He sent in 3 boxes worth.
3 boxes worth of bottle caps. They gave him he paid in bottle caps. They sent him, they're going to send him a copy of Fallout 4.
That's great.
Pip-Boy edition.
Pip-Boy edition, the thing that you use in the game. This thing is cell phone compatible. You put your cell phone in it and you can do stuff from the screen. It's a geek fanboy's
Alright.
dream.
I get it.
But Bethesda also sent out he was the only
He
one
was the only one
that
that
they were going to honor that for.
because apparently he had worked out the calculations, everything, about how much it would cost. And all he was trying to do was get a regular edition of it.
Yeah.
But they thought, so highly of
His
Fandom, I guess.
It's like dedicated.
yes, he's very dedicated.
That's a lot of.
But where are we going in this Fallout?
we are going to Boston.
There's gonna be a lot of. I expect to see it kind of like with 3, a lot of presidential stuff.
But you know what? Let's talk about. Okay, if we're going to talk about Fallout, let's talk about like the Easter eggs that they like to put in. They put in nerdy shit.
They do.
New Vegas has 3 or 4 Monty Python references.
Yes.
So, Boston, fandom. How much Boondock Saints do you think we're going to get? Boondock Saints. Seriously, you must watch that show religiously. Get it?
That's crazy that I actually do get that.
It's a line from a show. I'm going to have to let you watch that one.
You're talking about
Helsing Abridged.
Helsing Abridged. Okay, yeah, you actually showed us that. And you're talking about
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'll seduce him. Shit, I'm not an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah.
But
I saw it.
see, now help me out here with my geography.
Okay.
Using 3. We have obviously the DC area. Remember, you get to the White House and stuff.
The Capital Wasteland.
Now, what state does DC actually exist in? It
United-
exists in the District of Columbia, I understand that, but
It's near West Virginia.
West Virginia, you would probably call it West Virginia if it existed in a state.
Well, it's
Yeah, because it's pretty close to Norfolk.
Yeah.
Is it? So, West Virginia, you can go to Maryland and Point Lookout on that DLC. You can go to Pittsburgh and Pitt. So if it's centralized in Boston, which is Massachusetts, I'm trying to think about some surrounding city. I'm thinking DLC because Fallout, awesome game in its core, but using New Vegas, the Dead Money DLC was my.
Do you know? I don't think I played that one.
Oh, you would like it.
So Boston, you're thinking about like local big areas. Where
Yeah, well, like for 3, the central area is DC and the immediate surrounding area. To get to like Maryland and Pittsburgh, those were parts of DLCs. I'm kind of wondering what they could do with DLCs. Well, I said Maryland's a whole nother state. You get there by boat.
But I mean, like anything around Massachusetts, I'm trying to think like what is around it that's actually big. Popular.
I don't think that's mine.
Yeah, it's probably not a normal.
But look like?
Let's see.
Okay, DC is right, which is right here with Maryland and West Virginia and Virginia.
Where's Massachusetts at in relation?
Massachusetts is up north.
Quite a bit north.
Yeah. See, there's that, and it's up there.
Okay. Well, I was thinking was that maybe a DLC could be something about the Capital Wasteland.
You know, we could go to Maine.
Can you imagine what kind of wild country that would be?
Could you imagine it? Yeah. I mean, they've already thrown Lovecraft. Oh my God.
What?
Well, okay, Fallout 3. We've already had the Dunwich building.
Oh. No. No.
We could have Innsmouth.
I'm not talking about this. I'm not.
We could have Arkham.
Okay.
We could have Arkham. We can go pure Lovecraftian shit with this.
You have to explain Dunwich, why, so she understands why I'm freaking out and you're.
Okay,
Now, admit on a level, Dunwich is a freaky ass building, isn't it?
Dunwich is one of the freakier places in Fallout 3. Okay, there's a story called The Dunwich Horror, written by H.P. Lovecraft. In Fallout 3, there's a building called the Dunwich Building. And you walk in,
It's full of ghouls.
and it's full of ghouls. Well, you also come across data tapes. And it talks about this guy trying to find his father. I mean, the quest starts, I mean, you'll come across it one randomly,
Yeah.
and you track him down, and ghouls are usually created through intense radiation.
Most of the ghouls that walked, they were humans at the time the bombs fell 200 years prior to the game.
Right, so it's like exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah. These were not created that way.
This was very fast.
These are an accelerated technique. Well, I don't know. There's a guy in Lamplight when the chemicals go off, the chemical bombs, and he's turned into a ghoul pretty quick.
Yeah.
But this deals with an artifact and a book, and the words on the book, pages of the book seem to move.
There's a dark power at play.
Yeah, it's elder ones. It's dark elder gods. So you're going through and you remember, okay, you played Resident Evil. You remember the notes that were left by that one guy, and he talks about the exposure, and he said started feeling itchy, so I scratched and part of my flesh fell off, and finally at the end he says itchy, scratchy, itchy, scratchy.
Sounds
You get to listen, because the audio tapes let you listen to this guy. It's just, you get to listen to him turning.
It's about the end of the third tape. At the end of the third tape, he's talking as a human, and then about the last 5 seconds of it, his voice starts getting breathless. He's turning into a ghoul. And then the fourth tape, when you find it, he's gone.
Yeah.
I
He's-
definitely have to play this. Play about as much as
But-
this.
I hate you now.
What? Because that could be right.
I will give you though, if Arkham is a location, I will be one of the first people there.
I was about to say, I bet I beat you to it.
No, you probably will beat me to it, but I will beeline for that place. There ain't no telling what you'll find, because unique weapons are always found
They
in those
have
places.
found. Like, what was the one in the Dunwich building? Was that shotgun, I think?
I think so. It's been so long since I played all the way through 3.
But yeah.
Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program here.
My brain hurts!
So, new Zelda,
Fallout
4,
and Halo.
Pretty much Halo, yeah, because everything else I'm still trying to catch up on. I'm way behind.
Red is foaming at the mouth. She just got the Taken King, so I got her that. But she's foaming at the mouth for Rise of the Tomb Raider.
the new Tomb
Raider,
game. Okay.
which comes out in November.
Same time as.
Fallout. So within a few weeks, you got Halo, you got Fallout. And another one that I thought about, that I forgot about because the last entry in the series sucked so many buggy balls.
Buggy balls.
Buggy balls. For a reason, I say buggy balls. Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, yes.
Look, I'm walking along. Shit, I'm falling to the world.
It was buggy.
Yeah, it was buggy as hell.
I heard Rogue did okay.
Road, yeah, they were, but you also have to remember they were working with an established system.
That's right.
They tried something completely new with Unity, and they pushed it out the door before it was fully tested.
Well, you gotta think about the previous entry with 4. It was buggy on the 360, and they fixed it, and it worked wonders. I heard on the Xbox One.
Well, for the most part, yeah. You still get some glitches like the ship disappearing beneath the water. I don't know. The one on 360 pissed me off because the legendary ship that kept jumping out of the water and landing on my boat. I wish I would have been able to record that one. Trolling those fucking hilarious. But Assassin's Creed Syndicate,
No, we are in
Victorian London, and you can play as either a guy or girl, brother and sister,
That's new, and I kind of like that.
except for certain missions.
Makes sense.
Yeah, certain missions you can only play as the guy, certain missions you can only play as the girl.
So you're switching back and forth throughout the game, or
You can.
You can.
You can.
Oh wow.
You can switch back and forth. You can be playing as Evie, which is the chick, for like most of the missions, and then go, I want to play as him. Switch.
Now, is it assumed that your brother or sister is doing stuff so they're keeping pace with like armor and
Mhm.
weapons?
I believe so.
That's cool. I like that.
There was a promotional item given out, and Jack Patillo from Achievement Hunter actually has one, and it's a good thing I don't live close to Austin. I'd go knock him out and steal it.
What did you get?
It's a black top hat with a red assassin symbol right there.
I like the Assassin's Creed series. I kind of wish they'd go back
I liked the Assassin's Creed series.
I kind of wish they'd go back and name remaster one, so you could at least swim.
Oh no, my fatal flaw! Swimming!
That
No!
reminds me of GTA. When you play this one, you die.
So
Sorry, we're in the of it.
no, it's the same thing. You were, GTA being a badass gangster, or one of the world's best assassins, and y'all
But
can't swim.
water.
What the hell?
Can survive a fall from space and survive the impact, can't swim. Master Chief.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's.
What is the deal with game characters not being able to swim?
I know, like, it's a recurring thing. Like,
He's hydrophobic. That's all there's to it.
No.
Well, even going back to Blood Ring, if you walk through water, it's like a vampire thing, but she dies going through water. Every game you go back to, it's always about water.
Sonic.
Was there a vampire? Sorry. Water.
I mean, even going back to Mario Kart, it'll completely stop you when you swim through the water, and it'll pick you up with a little Koopa Troopa and set you back on track. Everything
I just
fails around water.
everything does seem to fill around water. Damn it! What? Oh, it's like timing rainstorms in Minecraft. Has it been 3 days? It should be raining. Why isn't it raining?
Hello.
Hello? I'm tired of the Enderman being around me. Rain. I'm looking for Hero Brian.
All right, let's kick this over to something probably that's gonna hurt to talk about. What was the first game that you remember playing and you were just wretched? Looking back on it, you're like, this game sucked. Why did I play it? Be it because of gameplay, graphics, story,
the first Killer Instinct.
Really?
The controls are clunky, they're non-responsive.
That's fair. That is fair.
But I played the fuck out of that game.
What about you? Just you like
Blast Corps for Nintendo 64. Like, there was literally no point to it. The
It's a-
graphics were shit.
Except running over shit and destroying.
It was like, oh, is it on there?
Yeah.
It's horrible. I don't know. Like, it was just bad. That one, and I had to pick another one. It was just complete shit.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
This may offend some people. Quest 64.
I never got to play that. I remember it being
I-
compared in like something that may have predated Game Informer or was kind of like a Game Informer.
It,
It compared Link to that character because Ocarina of Time came out around the same time.
yeah, to me, it was just like a ripoff, and it's not. To me, it was horrible.
Well, guys, I hate to do this, but we've been going for a while, and there's going to be lots and lots of editing to do. So, I hope you guys out there enjoyed it. I do have something I need to announce. I have a Twitter account for my gaming channel. It's dark_JOEKERR_gaming. That's my Twitter account. Probably going to use that to let people know when I'm going to be streaming, plus any other updates like, hey, I'm going to be filming tonight. Tweet questions, do whatever.
It could be fun.
Yeah, it could be fun taking questions from you guys. That would be hilarious. And no, I'm not going to stand up and dance like a monkey. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe do the truffle shuffle
Will
one
you
day.
stand up and dance with a monkey?
Dude, you get me a monkey and I will dance with that bitch. Oh, bam!
Well, do we want to say possible topics going forward?
Going forward, I still want to do Final Fantasy, but next month's October, and I have a very specific set of topics for that.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Well, I'm thinking next time we have our lovely guest here with us. Using her retro, we might want to talk racing games. Next time we have her.
We might.
I know a lot of racing names.
You know what I'm going to get her to play now? Forza.
God.
Need for Speed, Test Drive.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing, I have that one.
Chocobos Racing.
Oh my god.
Chocobo.
We're talking like Final Fantasy VII?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
No.
it's like Father Time.
They actually had a kart game called Chocobos Racing. I've got it, motherfucker. I got that bitch. But okay, we are out of time, unfortunately. So I'll see you guys later. And Berta, thank you. Cameron, you're still a putz.
Thank you very much, sir.
There we go. It had to be done. It always has to be done. And see you guys.